everybody, and welcome to Rise of the Podcast. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Kara.
Oh my goodness, and I'm hitting all the wrong buttons today. And I'm Brownie.
Poor Chris.
And that's All Hallows Eve, Daryl's game. We just have it on the set because it was in place of Kara last week. So now it's just like Conan or whoever else does a talk show. It's just moved over because now it's not the newest guest anymore. But it's still here. It's still filled in, so it gets to hang out and have a thing. So you're back, Kara.
I'm back. Chip is down here with us, but my mother is babysitting for us. So if you suddenly hear a baby scream, that's
It's
Chip.
not Jeremy.
That's not Jeremy. That's not Jeremy. That's Chip.
It's Chip. So
We need like a chip cam.
that would
We
be
do.
people would want to see the Chip cam.
We'd get more subs just to watch Chip.
Yep.
Because, I mean, come on now. He is an adorable baby.
I guess who the first comment was?
Gabe?
David.
Gabe?
Gabe.
Oh!
What's up, Gabe?
Hello.
Welcome, man. Awesome. I am wrong, apparently.
Yeah.
What else is new?
David was just down here, though, and Ashley and David got us a bunch of cute baby
Yeah.
clothes.
Oh, Mike says hello from Ripley. What is he doing down there?
Oh, it's drill.
Oh, that's right.
But I'm on the
Wait.
makeup.
That's
Yeah.
right.
What? Since when do you guys go to Ripley?
Mike's job goes to Ripley.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Oh, and David in third place.
Oh, David
Well,
third.
so here's the thing. So
Boo.
Ripley, my grandma's cabin is
Believe it or not.
technically Fort Ripley. It has a Fort Ripley address.
Huh.
And so growing up, whenever we'd go to my grandma's cabin on the weekends, if it was also drill weekend, we'd always hear them training.
There you go.
So
You're
yeah.
like, keep it down.
Keep it down.
I don't know, it's like nostalgic for me now. If I go to the cabin and I don't hear like guns going off and stuff, I'm like, what's wrong?
Only in Minnesota.
F-16s.
I also want to talk about the highlight of the night tonight. David, one of our viewers, got a new plow for his pickup truck. And it was the point of interest. And as I was standing out there, there was David and Jarrett and Ryan and me, and we're all looking at this plow. I'm thinking, this is
Only in
something
Minnesota.
only people would enjoy in Minnesota. Mm-hmm. I'm 100% positive. Or, in the
Or
Midwest.
Tim Allen.
Midwest. Yeah, Tim Allen in the Midwest. But I mean, he let me, use the hydraulics on it. I got to lift it up and turn it in and turn it
Yeah, I
out
was
and
gonna say
flip
that
it left
thing,
and flip it right.
It like does this thing.
It's called a V plow.
Yep, that one.
So that was it was really cool. And Kara looked at me when we first saw it and she's like, no, you are not getting a plow.
If you get a plow, you're taking care of my driveway.
Okay,
It
well,
would take
here's
2 seconds to do your driveway or my driveway.
It would take a half a second to do our driveway. Our driveway would just be like one pass, done.
Here's my dream, okay?
I had a dream. Sorry.
So imagine a driveway shaped like this, right?
Yep.
Your garage is here,
Okay.
right? Your truck is parked in the garage, facing forward. You just open the door, plow straight into the bank here.
Yep.
Get out, push straight into the bank this way. Driveway's clear.
Yep. That's
Don't have to worry
perfect.
about snow storage or anything. And it's a nice private location for all the stuff.
Yep.
It's the ideal.
It's like the shape a rook takes.
You mean
It's
a
drive
A night.
A night.
We just watched Queen's Gambit, Jeremy.
Fantastic show.
Excellent show.
Mike says I want to stay there in a T building. I don't know what that means.
Maybe at Ripley.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. I don't know what a T
You didn't-
building is.
Oh, well, apparently it's a need-to-know basis. And
I
you
don't
need
go
to know.
there. I stay away from that place.
There's nothing wrong with Ripley.
No.
Although technically it's an army base, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Get Kara over here giving away secrets.
Oh, please.
So tell us about these aliens that you've been dealing with.
Yeah, I know, right? Chris sent me an article that we've got how many days to either admit or deny that there's ever been aliens or something.
I can't remember.
But there's a limited amount of days before you have to do that. But today's topic, before we get to Star Wars stuff, we're going to talk about nostalgic games.
Open bay quarters.
Oh, that stinks. Is he in open bay right now? Okay, when I go places, you can either get like a room or to 1 or 2 people, or it's open bay and it's like 20 people.
Oh, like they show in like the movies
Yes,
where it's
so
just just beds lining both sides.
Yes, and it's the worst thing in the whole world. And we started watching this one show about
somebody
Netflix.
cuts one and it's just like 19 accusatory glares and
Yes.
you're like
We've been watching this one show, and it's about like troubled teens or troubled young adults, and like
Unbelievable.
something tragic happens to one of them, and blah blah blah. And the most unbelievable part of that whole thing is each one of them has their own room. It's like that would never happen. I'm sorry.
no, it'd be
Every type
buzz
of,
cuts
like-
and bunk beds.
Yes. You know, it's always
There's
at
the
least
name of a
2 to
show.
room,
Well, okay,
right?
it's troubled kids who are in foster homes, but they're trying to introduce them into society, so they have this apartment complex.
It'd still be 2 kids to an apartment. I guarantee it. College kids are packing in, like, if you go to Bluestone or whatever, it's 4 people to an apartment most times.
I'm surprised they can afford Bluestone, to be completely honest.
Well, that's why there's 4 of you.
I would have thought it'd be more. Man, have you ever been into a college house?
No.
They are
like a dorm?
No, like a house that like a bunch of like. So if you draw like a 5-block radius around like UMD Scholastica, every house in there is basically a college house, and they're all like 5-bedroom, 3-bath. Like they would be considered mansions. But then imagine a mansion run by a 16-year-old.
Right.
They are dreadful.
I mean, I did have somebody who was like up in college and lived in one of those houses when I went over there. They had like a bay living room, and that was like turned into a bedroom.
Yeah.
Because there was like 5 of them in there, and I was like, this is where you live, you know? It was crazy.
Yeah, it's I could not. I'm glad that I lived in the conditions that I lived in. Gabe says, it's awesome. I can see you on my second monitor and play at the same time.
Yes, Gabe. Yes.
What are you playing right now?
I want to play Squadrons because apparently they added the B Wing and the
did
TIE
they?
Defender. Yeah.
If I only liked flying games.
You don't. I'm the only one who likes flying games, apparently.
I do hate flying games.
I also
Gotta play
some TIE.
Cyberpunk.
I am
Cyberpunk's
loving Cyberpunk
Yeah.
right now. Absolutely loving it.
So I was trying to get Kara to tell me the number of hours she has in, and she just said a lot. I have 99 hours and 47 minutes in
Oh
so
my
far.
gosh.
I've got like 55 hours in right now, I think.
I just know my percentages. So I'm like 90% done with the main story. I think 60% with Johnny, and then 40% with whatever the other one is.
Yeah, that's the chip
Oh,
thing, yeah. Not that chip thing, the other chip thing.
The chip
The
and the
relic.
chip.
The relic, yeah.
So, okay. All right. So, as you all know, I have my finger and pulse on the internet.
Your
Yeah.
pulse is on the internet?
Yes, it is. I am the pulse of the internet. Okay. We got to talk about Bitcoin for a second. Really, really, really quick.
Do we have to?
My younger brother brought it up today when we were.
Oh, Gabe has 110 hours in. I thought I was
Dang.
slavishly devoting.
Way to go, Gabe. So apparently last week, okay, I'm sorry, 6 months ago, Bitcoin was at 18,000, and I was telling you about it was at 38.
Yeah.
Since we had the conversation, it's gone up to 41,000.
Well, dang, we should have dumped all of our money into one Bitcoin.
Right?
You don't even have to buy a whole Bitcoin, Chris. You can buy what you can afford. You can buy like 1/10 of a Bitcoin.
Well, I could afford what?
So if you
I
would've
could
dumped-
afford 1/30th of a Bitcoin.
You could have dumped all your money.
So I would
into
have
it.
gained $100.
Well, you could have, dumped all your money into it, and then what's the percentage of 38 to 41? Like, is that how many percentage increase?
Oh, that well, so it's
Hold on.
3 out of
I'll look it up.
38. So it's like 9.
So 38 divided by 41. It's a 0.9% increase.
So 9%. It's 9%.
9%.
Oh, so I would have
increase.
gained $90.
That's it. You would only been able to buy 100, or you would have 1,000.
1,000 would give you 90.
So if you could have got 90, but that would be like a stick of RAM almost.
No, that's like half a stick of RAM.
Sorry. Anyways,
He's dominating heroes v villains in Battlefront 2. He says.
I've been seeing you guys
Nice.
post on the Latin Operation Forces. Speaking of which, you guys should send us that logo. We'll print it out and we'll put it on our background, or we'll put it on a
What, the
shelf.
Latin operations?
Yeah, absolutely.
They're going to confuse us for their podcast.
Yeah. No, just a
We
little.
don't even have a Rise of the Podcast logo over
No,
there.
okay, here's what we need to do. We need to make a little medallion, put it on a string, and put it on Gabe the Ewok.
Oh, there we
Yes,
go.
I'm down with that.
There we go.
Boom. Done.
He says his Vader doesn't play nice.
So we're gonna go nostalgic for a little bit because I don't know why they decided to do this chart this year, but this is a list of all of the anniversaries of games that we've loved and enjoyed now that it is 2021. Okay, so I'm gonna cherry pick some of the favorites here.
So these are going to be games from like, so it'd be what, like 81, 86, 91, 96, stuff like that.
Yes, exactly,
Oh,
a bunch
okay.
of stuff like that. So let's just start the Super Nintendo. Off the top of your head, Chris, boom, how many years old do you think it is?
The Super Nintendo.
Yep,
Before I was born.
That's going to be 40.
30. According to this, the
Really?
Super Nintendo
Oh,
US.
No, I was thinking of the freaking NES.
Yeah, no, the regular Super
Yeah,
Nintendo.
no, obviously, yeah, Super Nintendo's 30.
So it's 30 years old as of right now.
I was 2 years old when that sucker came out.
I was 4.
Okay. So The Legend of Zelda.
So that was on the NES.
That was on the NES.
So that's going to be 35.
35 years old as
Good
of
grief.
2021. Okay. Now, a little bit newer thing. Stardew Valley is 5 years old at this point.
Great game.
Already.
I've got a couple hundred hours into that game.
Jeremy and I we hit the 10 million mark.
Dollar farm.
Yep.
On our coal farm.
Oh, is that all?
No, is that all? You have more than a $10 million farm?
I'm in the hundreds of millions.
Really?
Real?
I was excited to hit 10
dominated
million.
that
Okay,
game.
so I
Starfruit ancient or Starfruit wine aged. Did you hear in the new update, Chris? You take a fairy rose and a diamond, put them together, it makes fairy dust. You sprinkle
What?
it on the casket, instant iridium quality.
Dang, okay.
What?
So you can instantly age
You do realize we have like 2 or 3 chests of.
fairy roses.
I'm sure. I guarantee.
And we have
fairy roses.
The ore maker.
the ore makers making
Yeah.
diamonds.
Okay, cool. Fairy dust and yeah, cool.
The thing that I was doing was truffle oil
Oh, really? You're just doing truffle oil?
because it's fast. You don't need
It
to
is
age
It is fast.
You don't need to age it. I'm
You
like sure
should-
I was doing the wine, but I was just
Yeah.
You
letting
should
it
see
go.
the basement. Our
How many pigs did you
basement.
have? Did you have all pigs?
If you looked at my farm, you'd be disgusted at how cruel the animal conditions were.
Oh. Did you ever buy the not get too oldenator thingy? There's a thing that
Yeah.
stops your fences from aging and stuff.
Yeah,
You have that?
yeah.
That's
I have all the warp totems. I completely 100% of the game.
Did you have the return scepter?
That's the thing that
You
Yeah,
can wipe
yeah.
anywhere and it brings you home.
yeah.
Nice.
But then I also had all the like the beach totem, mountain totem,
Yeah.
and all the other things. I had all the fast traveling bits. I had the horse. I can't remember what the achievement. I got to the achievement depth in the cave.
Yeah, we did in the one in the desert.
Yeah, the skull cave. Yeah,
We did that one.
Apparently, there's a new cave.
Really?
Yeah, like an extra challenge mode cave.
Yes, there is.
Where?
In the new update 1.5.
So we need to update the sucker.
It's not out for consoles. PC only.
Is it crossplay?
Not yet. It's
Everything
coming.
PC's
should be
better
cross-play.
anyway.
It is PCs, but I'd rather play on PC anyways.
Well, you haven't built me a PC yet.
Actually, okay, completely derailing from Jeremy's thing. We'll come back to it. I had like a 2-hour long conversation with Tim last night.
Okay. Did you guys go live? I didn't see you go live.
No, it was so late in the day that like I didn't really think that it was worth doing it.
Okay.
And so there were some fun games. I went 4-2.
All right.
So
This is the World Series of Magic for anybody who doesn't know what he's talking about.
currently there are 8 games left, and I have an 8-game lead.
Nice. He has to
So,
win every game from here on
If
out.
he wins every game from here on out, it's a coin flip to see who wins.
Nice.
But so in all of the Pack Wars rounds, I went 4-2, and then I lost the first 40 card deck round 2-1, and I swept the last one. I went 3-0,
Dang.
and Tim calls the deck the Tim Obliterator. And so we're just on the last 40 card round, and then we go to the World of Series.
That's
Anyway,
awesome.
so like while we were doing that, he had to plug in his laptop and charge it, and we were talking about Macs and PCs and this and that or whatever. Have you heard about the M1 MacBook Air, right?
I have not heard about it yet.
So basically what they've done is they've taken the processor capabilities out of a phone and put it into a computer. So it's all your processor, your RAM, and your motherboard are all the same piece.
Interesting.
So there's zero and your hard drive.
What?
So there's zero latency for your read and write.
Oh.
So
got it.
even at only like 16 gigs of RAM, it can load and unload so fast that it acts like more. It's ridiculous.
So is that the way things are going to go then, or what?
I think so. That's like he was talking about how like SSDs were like the giant step forward like
Yeah.
most recently. He's like, this is the next step. He's like, so here's the bad thing. If any one of those pieces goes bad, it's a whole unit.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
But like the benefit being it's like at this point what we're trying to get is latency reduction.
Well, you know what would be
So-
nice is if you build a computer, and if you wanted to upgrade your RAM and your processor and everything, it was a one clip out and then clip the whole thing back in again for like
Yep.
updates and stuff like that. That would be really nice.
Yep. So yeah, because that's the problem that we had with my old computer. The
Yep.
computer that I'm using now is all the there's no components that are actually backwards compatible with it.
Yep.
But now I'm piecemealing everything out, trying to get something that'll work. And this is just like just unplug the brain, plug the brain in.
Cool.
But so this has speeds like way past like M2 SSDs.
Would it be good for editing then?
As long as you're not doing hardcore Blender and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like MacBook Air, $1,000. Comes with 8 gigs of RAM. You could do like all the editing that I do for the channel.
Huh.
Nice.
That's pretty sick.
And so the big difference between video games and video editing is is the only thing that you need VRAM for, a video card for, is live timeline playback, like playing back your timeline while you're editing. Everything else is RAM. Whereas a video game, like you're putting in maybe 10 different inputs. That's all the RAM is doing. Everything else is VRAM.
Right.
So it's like if you want to play in like epic quality or something, you need a massive and processor, of course, or both. You just need a giant processor and a huge video card.
Huh.
So like maybe the video card is so if there's a $1,200 version that has a bigger video card, like and it's all internal. It's all still part of that same cluster.
Huh.
Well, Thom and I were looking like fully spec'd out. If you wanted to do 16 gigs of RAM and a 500 gig internal hard drive is $1,500.
That's so cheap.
And it's a MacBook Air, so it's a thin 20-hour battery life.
Crazy.
It's got 2 Thunderbolt and 4 USB-Cs.
Nice.
So it's like got a decent amount of ports on it. So I'm not trying to pitch Apple.
Right.
But I was
You're
like,
saying it's an awesome laptop.
For the dollar, pretty freaking solid.
That's around the same amount I paid $1,300 for the laptop you're using right now, Chris. And that was over 2 years ago.
Do you want to check the ROTP messages?
I just checked it. Gabe sent us a picture of his upgraded setup.
Ooh.
It's quite nice.
Yeah, he said Latin Operations Forces says we'll build Kara a PC if Jeremy doesn't.
I know you guys will.
Also, all I'm saying is like she could probably do enough
On this MacBook.
with that Mac.
Well, here's the thing. I want to use it for art too.
Mac is a artistic person's like playground.
So think like Surface Pro. Like I want
wants-
the big screen. And you like.
Kara needs a ridiculously custom rig.
Yes, I do. But
she's-
here's the thing. The Surface Pro is like $4,000. I don't want to spend $4,000. Jeremy can build me one for like $2,000.
So there's choices. Anyway, is all I'm saying.
You just need to get a nice monitor then. That's
That's what I want.
just
I want a
output
nice
to the
monitor that's touch screen, so I can actually like draw on the sucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, although I do really like the tablet I have, the Artisan, which I need to get back.
Gwen uses that for her fact videos, and she absolutely loves it.
I love it too. Like I was doing animating stuff on it, and then I went back to work, and that's what happened with that.
Well, you can quit. I give you permission.
Hey, Jeremy wants me to quit and be a full-time mom.
No, stay at home, not
Stay
full
at home.
time.
Well, stay at home mom. I'm full-time
Yeah,
mom.
Jeremy wants his share,
Sorry.
so Chip grows up with a manly influence.
Stay at home mom. There we go.
Yeah, not full time. I need some time with a kid. She's full time without me.
We stopped at Menards tonight before we came to the studio, and
It's a Midwest home improvement store for those who don't know.
like Home Depot or Lowe's
Yeah.
or whatever. And I had been pushing Chip in his stroller the whole entire time, and Jeremy's like, I need my turn. So I'm like, okay. So what does he do? He goes and he's drifting around corners and stuff. I'm like, okay. At first he does a wheelie, like he goes straight up, just and starts pushing. I was like, oh my gosh.
He's
I'm
strapped
like, he is
in.
3 weeks old.
That is awesome.
He's strapped in.
You know how much fun? Imagine you getting pushed around like that. That'd be so much fun.
I know.
But he's 3 weeks. He won't remember this ever.
He needs to get used to high octane levels.
That's what I'm saying.
So
No, it was.
You need to get the sidecar for the Harley.
I know I do. I really do. Finish the story though.
okay. I let Jeremy drive him a little while longer, just waiting for my moment to take the stroller back. And suddenly Jeremy, he sees something. He's like, he takes one hand off and he's kind of gently got one hand on the stroller. He's like, oh, Kara, look at this. And while he's doing that, I brush his hand away and I grab onto the stroller and I take control again.
It was the smoothest thing, dude. She seriously like slapped my hand out of there, had both, and then took off with Chip in the stroller. And I was like, what are you doing? I'm not done pushing him yet. And she's like, yes, you are. No more drifting. Like, no drifting, no wheelies. Okay, so we have an adapter thing that plugs into the stroller, and so we have a car seat. So the car seat plugs into the car, or you hit a button, and it clips into the stroller. So he gets to stay strapped in. It is good enough for him to survive a car crash. He can handle a wheelie.
Yeah, Jeremy at most would be going like 15 miles an hour.
It can handle a wheelie. He is strapped in. Wheelies are fun. They're a blast. And then drifting, because it's front wheel steer, you just pick up the back tires and you can just drift corners, because then they'll turn and they'll follow. It feels just like you're drifting.
So my little 3-week-old was drifting today.
That's awesome. What a life.
See, I'm glad Chris agrees with me. And David agrees too.
Chip is going to have
And Gabe agrees.
a life full of excitement.
Yep.
That's for sure.
Just wait until you can give him airplane rides.
I know, right?
If
He'll
Chip-
get a ride before Kara.
I was gonna say, if Chip gets an F-16 ride before me.
So, I mean, like when you grab an arm and a leg and you're spinning around.
Oh, got it.
Oh, right.
I love that in the front
I
yard.
loved
Yeah.
doing that. My
Yeah.
dad used to do that with us. My mom, did you do that with us?
I think she's in the other
Oh,
room.
did she walk out with Chip?
Gwen says high-speed Menards collisions. Can you imagine two dads drifting around?
I could see Dad doing something like that.
Yeah.
I imagine there's just like a fire trail in Jeremy's wake off the stroller tire.
Can you imagine like the smoke coming off of the wheels? Just
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, we got so far off of
All right. All right. We're going back to gaming nostalgia. Okay. So, all right. So we talked about the Super Nintendo. That is also means a given for that Super Mario World is also 30 years old, which is
Yep.
just crazy to me. That was one of my first video games ever was Super Mario World. Absolutely love that. Okay. So Advance Wars and some DS stuff going on here. Advance Wars is already 20 years old. Crazy enough. A lot of you people probably don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
Super Mario RPG, 25 years old.
Oh, so good.
Such a good game. The Game Boy Advance, hence the Advanced Wars, also Game Boy Advance, 20 years old at this
For
point.
real?
An amazing-
Was Advance Wars a launch title for that?
Yes, it was.
I feel I remember getting that for my younger brother, for like birthday or Christmas or something like that. That blows my mind.
Okay.
What's the Golden Sun? Is that a game on the Advance or something like that?
I think so. That sounds familiar.
I thought it
Golden
was like-
Sun, 20th anniversary. It's actually on the list.
There you go.
Look at Chris.
1 August
Mad
1991.
gaming knowledge.
No, 2001.
2001.
2001.
Isn't that disgusting?
Whoa!
2001 and 20 years
We
ago.
talked about Stardew Valley. Guess what else came out 5 years ago?
What?
Pokemon Go.
Oh,
Wait,
yep.
that's 5 years old already?
Yeah, 2016,
That came out
July
in-
Wow.
2nd or something like that.
July 6th.
July 6th.
You got an Eevee on that day.
Yep, I have a launch day account. That's like my claim to fame.
I think I started playing, the day after?
Yeah, you guys played.
Loser,
you played
get
the day
outta
after.
here.
Yeah,
You
you're
can't
off
hang with the crew.
podcast.
Here's the thing. There are things Jeremy decides he's not going to tell me, and he didn't talk to me about playing Pokemon Go. So I blame Jeremy.
Dun, 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 dun.
David says my girls love drifting in the truck and doing donuts.
See, she
Okay,
also
when
doesn't let
Chip
me
is
shut
a
off
little
track.
Older.
I shut off
and
traction
April-
control and I drift in the car, and she's like, "You can't drift in the car. He's too young." I'm like, "He is fine. It's the feeling of weightlessness. It's fun. Who doesn't love that?"
Yeah.
He already has an upset tummy. He doesn't need more of an upset tummy.
Oh,
No, you
so
got to
fun.
toughen him up. So if he's used to pulling 12 G's around the corner,
Yeah.
a little bit of Pepto Bismol is not going to be anything he's going to need.
Poor Chip.
Dun 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 dun. Halo is 20 years old.
That is disgusting.
Today we got to see a video that the voice actor posted, and
yeah, that was cool.
He is an old man now, like super old. Like he looks like he's 80. No
Okay,
joke.
He's probably
And
like late 60s.
He's 80, and he does the double kill, triple kill, Slayer.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Wow, Kara, geez.
What's the next one after Slayer? Kara just got that one.
Oh, right. All right, so I got to get just a couple more for just fun. So the PS3, 15 years old.
Dang.
The Wii, also 15 years old. PS3 and the Wii came out the same year, huh?
I know the Wii, I thought the Wii came out earlier.
No, it says 19th and the 17th of November for respectively the Wii and the PS3.
That's insane. Like,
But one of my
crazy.
all-time favorite games of all time, Super Mario 64, is 25 years old, along with the Nintendo 64.
That was the launch title for the 64.
Super Mario 64, that's the one where.
3D
The
Mario.
first 3D Mario.
Okay.
Yep.
Gwen says next week Jeremy's going to be taking Chip on weightless plane rides with GoPros hooked up to him.
Oh my
Heck
goodness,
yeah.
Right?
And then I guess any Crash Bandicoot fans, that's 25 years old. Super Monkey Ball is 20 years old. Dark Souls is 10 years old. Castlevania is 35 years old.
Dang.
Burnout, a game David and I used to play, 20 years old already. So there was a game called Burnout Paradise, and that was a really, really fun game. And on Burnout Paradise, the Xbox 360 had a camera, USB camera, that came with this game. And you would try to ram people like into oncoming traffic or make them crash. And when you did, it would take a picture when you crashed, and it would show up on the other person's screen so you could see their face when you made them crash. And that was just so funny.
Didn't they just do a remaster of that?
They did.
And you bought it and then you got it for David too.
I did,
didn't you?
yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Surprised David at work. And now it's free on Game Pass.
Okay, seriously, everything ends up being free on Game Pass. Like,
Donkey Kong.
Squadrons, I think, was free on Game Pass, wasn't it?
I will end with this. Donkey Kong is 40 years old.
Donkey Kong is 40? Oh my goodness, gracious.
Donkey Kong is
Wow.
40 years old. So doesn't that bring back the gaming memories? Look at how
Yeah.
far games have come. And so I just watched this thing, and it's so ridiculously true. I watched this gameplay. So I was talking to my coworker, Derek. I've told tons of stories. Derek's my favorite now. We have a new guy. Sorry if you're watching this. You know who you
New
are.
guy.
Derek was a better new guy than the new guy.
Oh, so this is an FNG.
This isn't totally, dude. Totally. Oh, man. You don't know what you don't know. I took Derek for granted. He's a good chap.
He did.
He's a good
he
lad.
he would sometimes come home and complain about Baby Stark.
I told the new guy to take out the trash. Now, here's what I want you to understand. When you're in a job and you start and they ask you to take out the trash, remember, the trash was getting taken out before you started working there. And that means all the previous employees, before you started working there, one of them took out the trash.
Yep.
So I asked the new guy, who's 18 years old, to take out the trash. And the end of the day comes around, I see him leaving. I said, hey man, you gonna take the trash with you? And he's like, oh, I'll get it tomorrow morning. It's like, no, you're gonna take it out tonight.
Did you make him stop, stand at attention, give you 20?
I made him take the trash out tonight. I'm like, no, you're not taking it out tomorrow. That's not how this works. Who do you think took the trash out before you?
How many E levels above him are you?
6, 7?
I would be crapping bricks if somebody that many steps ahead of me was yelling
I
at me.
know. Oh, there's also another funny story there, but I didn't have the heart to do it. I have Lego sitting on my desk.
At work?
Yes.
Okay.
And he made.
Do you have a Ron Weasley?
I don't have a Ron Weasley. I have the spaceman, the
Oh,
spaceship.
nice.
Spaceship. I
Benny?
have one of him, and then I have Han Solo.
Okay, cool.
He put them in a compromising situation.
Touching a figure on somebody else's desk is immediately treason.
Yes. And so, yeah, he, bent one over and had one standing up. So anyways,
Oh man, new guy. If I meet you,
I know, right? Derek knows way better.
I was gonna say,
So-
I think new guy might be on my hit list before Rich.
My buddy Dave comes over to my desk and he's like, dude, you need to act like you're really, really mad about this. So I couldn't do it very long, but I sat there, and so I sat down and I went, who touched my minifigs? I looked over at Dave and I'm like, Dave, did you do this? And he goes, no, it wasn't me. And I said, this is extremely, and then I just started to lose it. I was like, this is extremely inappropriate. Like, I can't believe this. When I find out who did this, and I walked around the corner, I said, new guy, his name, did you do this? And he's like, no. And I'm like, yeah. I said, it's all good. I said,
so whenever you say, "Did you do this?" all I can think of is when you do that to Oliver.
I know. It's my claim to fame is how I yell.
Well,
at that
I
poor
thought
dog.
under interrogation you're supposed to do name, rank, serial number.
Right, you are. You're supposed to. That's the only things you have to give.
See, so I feel like if he would have pulled that would have been respect points.
Yes, exactly.
But instead,
Tried to shoot it under the rug.
I feel saying name, rank, and serial number is like pleading the fifth.
exactly.
It basically is.
military.
We got some comments there?
Yeah, so Gabe says, speaking of games, Kara, I finally started playing Destiny 2.
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
What are you playing as?
A hunter, titan, or warlock?
Hunter, master race.
No, titan, Gabe. Please say
Hunter.
titan.
Warlock, obviously.
I was gonna say I feel Gabe's kind of the more hunter
Dude,
type.
I'm a titan.
I'm a hunter.
Warlock just sounds cooler.
Okay, so I started out Destiny 1 playing as a warlock, and then
They have the best boots.
the transversive steps.
Yep.
Yes.
When you run over ammo on the ground, it automatically reloads your weapon, but without
and
the
it looks
animation.
sick.
Nice.
It just puts it in your magazine.
And then I think even Destiny 1, I swapped over to Hunter.
You did. You did in D1.
And I love Hunter way more than any
It has
of the
a
other
better
races.
jump. The hunter can have up to a triple
With
jump.
Bones of Eo.
Yep. Otherwise, it's a double jump. The warlock has a floaty jump like Princess Peach.
That's fine.
Yep.
No.
Gwen says
definitely.
DK is overdue for midlife crisis.
He is that crazy ape.
And then Mike says, better hope I don't switch. I'll go full cop for you.
I'm not coming there ever. So, anyways, okay, what were we talking about before D1? Oh, the new guy.
Yeah.
The new
Yeah,
guy.
new guy.
And Derek. I feel like I was going to tell a story. Something about Derek and the new guy, work, video
You're
games.
saying about how you took him for granted and everything. And
Call of Duty. We're talking about gaming memories. I was talking to Derek about Call of
man.
Duty, and they don't have this as an attachment anymore or an add-on. But do you remember the Master Key, Chris?
Yeah.
It was an undermount shotgun,
Yep.
right? Yeah, in Black Ops. So I pulled
You
it
know why they
up
call it the master key, right?
because it opens doors.
Yep.
Yep. You can switch to it and blow through the door handle and you kick yourself in.
When somebody told that to me, I was like, that is freaking brilliant.
It is so cool, right? So the master key attachment. He's so young, he didn't even know that that was an attachment. It was just crazy to me. So I pulled up some videos. Specifically remember there's like a Russian map with like Jeeps parked in the middle and buildings on both sides. I remember it plain as day. I watch it and the graphics are absolutely barely legible. They're almost like GoldenEye graphics in my opinion.
Oh my gosh.
And it just, when I played that game, I thought, I'm like, oh, the guns look realistic. Like, it looks like real life.
That is the thing. Like, even GoldenEye. I remember playing GoldenEye back in the day with friends, and I thought the graphics were amazing.
Yeah.
You know, and now it's like you look at it and you're like, ooh, that's
That is
rough.
crusty.
Yeah. Well, like, and then Jeremy has the Master Chief edition of Halo.
Yep.
And you can swap back and forth between
The
graphics.
old and new. Yeah, they remastered it.
Oh,
And you
cool.
simply hit select.
And it's amazing.
So can you play
seeing
like
the
Halo
difference.
4 in Halo 1 graphics then?
No, you can
Okay.
play Halo 1 and Halo 1 and then new.
Okay.
Halo 2 in Halo 2 or new, they remastered Halo 2 as
Mm-hmm.
well. And then Halo 3, it's what it was.
Okay.
And then 4 and 5 is all what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is.
Gabe says Hunter's his primary, but he made a Warlock as well.
Boom! I
Not
knew you were a
even
hunter.
Titan.
I knew you were a
Oh my
hunter.
gosh, Gabe.
Yes. I don't touch Gabe.
You gotta put him in the corner for timeout.
Yep. You make a Titan, Gabe. Put it on my ankle.
I did make a Titan.
You hear me, Gabe? You make a Titan.
Here.
Okay?
Wait,
I
where's
do
the
the-
knife I got you?
Can I do this on air? It's at home. Gabe. Make a Titan, Gabe. I'll do it. I will do it.
This is no longer family friendly.
It's just not Gabe friendly.
I'm just kidding. Titans or hunters are fun. Get yourself some bones of eels. I'll just keep this till the end, Chris. I'm not throwing it at
Bones of
anybody.
Eel and the Nighthawk.
There is the Nightingale
Celestial
ones.
Nighthawk.
That's not even used as much anymore. The other good one is there's one that turns your tether. You get unlimited tether.
Oh yeah.
You get like quiver on your boots.
See, here's the thing though. That the Void is my least used subclass.
You need to use it more.
Gwen says, I remember Jeremy and David losing their minds laughing with the, I think, Bond game, where it takes an image of your face and puts it on your characters, like gruesome balloon faces.
That was Rainbow Six.
Rainbow Six.
That was a version of Rainbow Six that also was on the 360 that used the Xbox 360 camera. And yeah, you could take a picture of your face. And David was so funny because David had more distinct glasses and then his mustache that he was known for. And it was just hilarious to see because it would take it and it would wrap, it would take a 2D picture, but it would wrap it
Oh
around a
my
3D model.
goodness.
So it looked like a balloon or like Big Head mode in GoldenEye.
That's so funny.
It was so funny, but the technology amazed me. Like we were more impressed. Like, whoa, we're in a game. Like it looks just like me. That's so cool.
Oh man.
Tell you what, I definitely wanted to load up a copy of David into Rainbow Six when he beat me in achievements. He beat me to 200,000. Everybody,
Why even live?
he beat me to 200,000.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, Jeremy, he beat me to 200K too.
He beat me as well.
But he beat me. No, it's I was gonna send him a picture of the guy running the marathon. He's just about to win, and then he trips, and then another guy like runs past him. That's what it's been like. But
Gabe says, I failed you, father, crying emoji.
yeah, no, Gabe's back on the shelf. He's good to go. He's safe.
You made me happy, Gabe. Like I said, Hunter is where it's at. Second, I would choose Warlock. I did make a Titan, but just because I felt I had to.
Titan has a super, Chris, where you jump and you turn your whole body into a giant electric missile, and you plummet around the map, like Luigi does it in Super Smash Brothers. His little missile thing. That's what the Titan can do. Okay.
Okay, but
The hunter pulls out a gun that's instant kill, and he gets 3 shots.
okay,
Not as cool.
I don't even use that as much. I use the blades. What's it called?
The Way of 1,000 Cuts.
We have 1,000 cuts.
She doesn't
you
even know
jump
what
up
it's
in
called.
the air and you just chuck a ton of knives. If those knives hit anyone, it's an instant kill.
And they also
Interesting.
stack on bosses, so you can get like insta kill style damage, but just stacked on a boss.
Oh, nice.
So
It's amazing.
if a normal bullet, we'll say, does like 1%, that will do 30%.
And it's like you
in and of
can't
itself.
dodge it. You can try running behind a wall, but it's like it tracks you. And it's like, sucker.
It's ridiculous. It's OP is what it is.
Whatever.
OP.
Don't be jelly that the hunter is better than the
The
Titan.
Titan could create a giant shield for everybody that if you shoot through it, that doubles their damage.
The warlock makes a fountain that heals everyone.
That's not as
Value.
The hunter's selfish.
Yeah, that sounds about
Hunter
right.
does a lot of damage.
It sounds like the classic thing. You have DPS, support, and tank.
And that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, so
Honestly, to do the raids, you need
the
everyone.
Titan puts down a wall that everybody can stand behind.
Mm-hmm.
The Warlock puts down a healing rift that everybody can stand in and heal. The Hunter dodges and reloads their own weapons. For real. That's
Yeah.
what the B button
Yeah,
or
when you
circle
dodge,
button does.
yeah, it's like
That's what the
instant
Hunter
reload.
does. The Hunter only helps himself.
Yeah, no, that's how hunters play in every single game, Jeremy. I'm surprised that you're surprised by this. Got a couple of things here. Gwen says, "Congratulations, Faceless."
Oh, yeah, David?
Yep.
For beating me to 200K?
Yep. Then David says, "Careful, fish is catching up."
I know he is.
And then David
gonna-
says, "I shared all my secrets with Jeremy once I hit 200K."
I'm going to beat Mike Fish for the month.
I mean,
Here's the
that's
money.
Mike's got like 15 or 20K this month.
oh dang. Okay,
So now I
does he have a
wanna-
job?
Here's the thing. I am now at home with Chip until end of March. What I should do is I should just absolutely obliterate you guys in monthly.
No!
Achievement.
Get 200K in
Outta
1 month.
here. Get outta
Exactly.
here.
Just 24/7
blast
Xbox.
them out of the way. Just,
You know what's really funny? All the games I bought in competition with David, you can play for free. So you could she could get like
Excellent.
50K in 1 month for real. Because David and I have gotten 20K for the past 3 months, more or less.
and
10,
guess
20.
what they put on Xbox? Jeremy, you told me about this.
Oh, House Flipper.
Yes.
Dude, this game you have to like scrub out the cobwebs, clean the windows.
But like you can. You
I got a
pay-
real house you can do that too.
They just, or not just, a few months ago, probably 6 months ago, they added the HGTV update, and
For
so
real. For real.
it's got new furniture, it's got new appliances,
Kara?
it's got new decor.
Your white girl is showing.
Just let her indulge herself in there so she's not doing it to your real house.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, trust me, I have ideas. I've been Okay, so Annie, Jeremy's mom, is letting us use her Discovery Plus.
That is legit, man.
It's got HGTV. It's got Magnolia Network. I have been binging all the home decor stuff.
Mythbusters, TLC, Animal Planet. It's a legit streaming service.
Yeah.
But we're already there, Chris. Okay. Let's talk about what I have access to right now. I have access.
People are rooting for Kara to get a 100K gamer score in a month.
She should live stream it and not quit till she's done.
Yeah,
People
don't go
would
to
probably
don't go
watch
to
it.
sleep until you hit 100K.
Just like I'll have like a blanket here so I can just nurse Chip every once in a while. Like,
Let's make Jeremy do it.
pump, yeah, I'll pump and you can feed him.
You're so funny. All right. So we have Netflix,
Fletnix.
Disney Plus, Apple TV.
Until next
Now
month.
we have access to Discovery Plus. So the ones we don't have access to are Hulu and HBO.
Brad says get Sling TV. It's $30 a month and has all that.
Really? Interesting. I'm gonna have to look into that.
Because yeah, how much?
And then we have Prime too. That's another streaming service. And YouTube Premium, if you want to count that as a streaming service. To me, it is.
I mean, it's nice not having
I can't go back.
ads. Okay,
I
so
cannot
funny,
go back.
funny thing. Jeremy on his Facebook, he'll watch like a 5-minute video, and every like minute he gets an ad.
Yeah.
Right?
As soon as I get to the first one, I stop watching.
I
the
do
video.
too. Fist
I
pound, Chris.
don't get a single ad in my Facebook videos.
I don't know why.
I will watch like a 20-minute Facebook video without a single ad.
She's never had an ad. She's not
Never.
like in the demographic to be
Do you
advertised.
have your pie hole set up?
I
No.
don't. Not anymore. Because I have an apple pie. Apple pie.
It's-
A raspberry pie.
Brad, we have way too many streaming services. We talked about it in a podcast like a year ago.
Yeah.
And then more now.
But yeah, Jeremy gets all these ads. I get 0 ads for Facebook. At least in my videos.
Yeah.
But I have a Pi 4, Chris, now, and
When are you going to get mine up and running again?
I got to do that. You need to just buy a house, then I'll set it up.
Oh, okay. Well, we get that place on Gary.
Yeah. Gary.
I would do, I think, suspended ceiling, just not even deal with that tin roof or tin ceiling.
Right.
Just kind of like what they have out there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, anything that I missed? David said I got 26K in 5 days.
It's insane.
See,
I know
just
the brunt of it.
imagine what I can do in the next 3 months.
In the next month, they want to see 100K. Give the people what they want, Karen.
Dudes, I will try. Will all of you watch if I stream it?
Yeah, I'll turn it on.
Everybody watching right now? Brad?
it really fun?
I know you like Twitch, Brad. If I streamed on Twitch, would you watch?
Yeah, right back in the comments. Let us know.
I have a
I mean,
Twitch
he probably
account.
has a job.
It doesn't. I mean, you can like have playing on your phone with a earpiece
Hey,
in.
Juliet, welcome.
Juliet.
Oh,
Hey,
hi,
girl.
Juliet. Should we bring Chip in for Juliet?
Wait,
Yeah.
Juliet, have you seen?
I'll
Chip
grab Chip.
I'll grab.
I'll grab.
So Mike says,
Hi.
Kara, the race is on.
Oh, you're going down, Mike. I'm not working right now, so just saying. I've got all the time. Well, not all the time, but
Brad
you know.
says, of course he would watch. Silly.
Oh, thanks.
Gwen says she'll put it on with work. So Gwen has the easiest job on the planet right now. So talking about like that laptop that I was suggesting for her. I was like, you should just bring a laptop there and like edit your YouTube videos or whatever. And she's like, yeah, they said I could do that. And I was like, what? So she gets paid more than I do to just sit and. I am a professional video editor.
See, okay. I am jealous of Jeremy's job because he can just sit and he can play on his phone. I'm jealous of Gwen because she got permission from her boss to edit her YouTube videos. I am busy from 8 a.m. until noon when I go on lunch, and then 1 o'clock until 5. Like, I can't tell a patient, sorry. I gotta play on my phone for 5 minutes here. All right, Julia, this is my pride and joy.
Mr. Chip.
And
Look at
he's
that
wearing
little
a
guy.
little Star Wars outfit tonight.
Hi, Chip.
Isn't he the sweetest? Mama's
give him
little
to Mommy.
boy. Hello, sweetheart.
And then we'll give them back to Grandma.
Hi, sweet boy.
See, David says, I'll watch you play when I'm at work, LOL.
So jealous.
Juliet says, watching on TV, YouTube channel, and chatting on my phone, watching on Facebook. So we're getting all the views
Awesome.
from Juliet.
Thanks, Juliet.
Yeah, she sent like 1,000 heart eye emojis.
Juliet, right here, we
right.
still have your letter on the set.
He's getting fuss again.
Is he getting fussy?
You okay, man?
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, the chat's covering them up.
Oh.
Oh yeah, sorry. Let me go back to the wide. Or no, there we go. Look at that face.
He's Mama's little boy. I love him so much.
All right.
He is too cute, says the universe.
Yeah. Bye, little bean.
Brad says he watches a professional video editor on Twitch. I'm interested that you said that, because I had thought for a while, would people think it's interesting if I just like live streamed what I did for work?
I totally think so. People are interested by that kind of thing. Like, I don't know. Jeremy watches the behind the scenes with Peter McKinnon. You know? I mean, he shows what he does, like,
Yeah.
and, breaks it down. If you broke it down, I'm sure people would watch it kind of like as a
Like,
DIY type thing.
Watch
you know?
me spend 3 hours on story blocks trying to find stock footage for something that I know doesn't exist.
Every time
mean-
something doesn't exist that you need, you should let me know, and then we should make it. You should make a list, and we should make it.
So, okay.
Well, no,
We
here's
should.
what you do.
Do you still need a guy in a warehouse? Where'd you find that?
Warehouse guy? I need a... It's not a semi, it's not a box van, it's like the truck in between that.
Got it. Step van, bread van type?
Yeah, basically, yeah. So, yeah, box van. I
Yeah.
need box van B-roll.
All right.
Here's what you do.
Dave's got a trailer.
You guys,
Looks like a box van.
just need to make a website.
No,
where
there
people
already
can
is.
pay a subscription.
No, you sell stock footage. You put it on Shutterstock.
Oh.
And every time somebody
Or
downloads
story
it,
blocks or any of
Oh, so
20
you get like
different...
a royalty
Yeah,
model.
yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And it's just
Okay.
passive income, basically. At that
a
point.
lot easier than making a website and trying to deal with.
Your own thing.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Gwen says Chip has more hair than Jeremy at 3
I
weeks
know.
old.
I know he
Isn't
does. He's
he so
crazy.
cute?
He's got more overall coverage, but not as much fullness.
Ah, thanks, Chris. Chris is in my corner.
I would have kept Chipadillo here a little bit longer, but he
Being a fussy pants.
I didn't want him to start screaming into the microphone.
Yeah, I would have had to mute you.
Yeah. So, but I love my little man. He's just,
So he answers questions and takes opinions. Interesting.
huh?
I'll just let Brad talking about the editor guy. So the thing is, the only thing that I don't know is like, because I work with like specific clients or whatever, And it's like, would I have to get permission from them to be like, hey, I'm live streaming editing your video?
I mean, I don't see why people.
Well, your boss watches this podcast, Chris.
He only watches sometimes.
Oh, so funny thing.
I guess I should just ask him, like, hey, boss, can I live stream when I'm working? You'd know when I'm slacking off and I'm actually working.
If you're not live streaming.
He popped up as a friend option for me
Did he?
on Facebook.
That's
yeah.
so funny.
I still need to do the paperwork to get you paid, by the way. I still
Yeah.
haven't done that.
Come on, Chris.
That's camera equipment we can spend that money on. Chris.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What? Who did the acting? Was it you?
On a camera. Therefore, it must go to more camera.
Juliet says her boy really likes the AT-AT on the shelf.
Oh, it is
Which
so
side? Oh,
cool.
yeah.
Can you cut to that angle? Well, is it in there? Oh,
Yeah,
there it is.
It's just barely in there.
Oh yeah, you can just kind of see the bottom. I looked at the ATST above it.
Oh, Kara, it should make C-3PO dance.
Oh, hold on. Come here.
He's just got those shimmy shake moves. Drunk 3PO on YouTube says, I love the set here.
Oh my
Thank
goodness!
you.
And what an appropriate name for
Yeah.
it.
Right, here you go. Here you go. This is for you. I feel this is how I would dance if I ever got drunk.
Just perfectly still head, loosey goose,
Just-
everything else.
Chip has a toy I absolutely love, and it's a moose, and it's got hard plastic moose ears, and then it's got like cloth
Legs.
tube legs, and then like rattle feet. And if I grab him by the back and bob him ever so slightly, his front legs will go this way, and his back legs will go this way. So he just goes. I can't even like. He'll go like this in a pattern, and it's the cutest thing. And it's just his little dancing moose, and he just looks like he's going just like that, rocking back and forth.
Jeremy does
and
that for Chip all the time.
It's so cute.
There's a... You guys know Jim Gaffigan?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
He does a funny bit about moose where he's like, I saw a moose today, and then there's like silence. And he's like, nobody prepared me for the idea of seeing a moose.
Because they're so big compared to
Yeah,
what you
he-
guys,
he's
yeah.
like, nobody said, it's like, hey, so there's a possibility you could see a moose, and if you do, it will kill you.
right.
Yeah,
They're
you
so
gotta
huge.
watch out for them. My older brother's a forester. He works for the forestry department. Oh my goodness. And one time he ran into a moose, and it's like, you back away real fast. Like, especially if it's a bull moose
Oh, yeah.
or a mom moose, like you get away from that.
Yeah, and he was talking about, it was like, how did moose get the reputation where they're like, herp, I'm a moose? And it's
I
like,
know, right?
He's like, somebody's just like, what are the characteristics of a moose? They're giant muscular murder machines? Okay, that's,
Yeah, that's
Yep.
derpy. Let's go with the derpy moose, right?
Let's lull people into a false sense of security around moose.
Exactly. That reminded me of a different bit about bears that he did, where it's like, where he's like, yeah, it's like, go ahead and feed the bears, says the bears.
Yogi Bear.
Juliet
bears.
says, I love that C-3PO. Where did you get it?
Somebody sent it to us.
It was a Halloween card for my aunt and uncle out in Colorado.
Yep.
James says, how to keep Jeremy busy for 7 hours.
Right? No, so you just said that. That reminds me of so Bill Engvall got to go for a ride in F-16 with the Thunderbirds.
Yep.
And his little skit talking about that is so funny. He says that we flew so low. He's like, I saw bears pooping in the woods. They didn't want to, but that's how low they were. You know, like... I just love the way he described it. And then my other favorite thing is he said when it took off down the runway, he goes, my ears touched, you know, because like that's a good way to describe how much force it gives you. It's absolutely crazy.
No, we don't have a P.O. box. We're horrible. There's 1,000 things we need to do.
Who wants to know?
Brad.
Oh, I'll just send Brad our address.
Oh, that's a lot of responsibility to be handing him.
Trust Brad. Brad, can we send you our address? Is that cool?
If you send cookies, that'll be the trade.
Yes. Sorry, I swallowed my water wrong. It's my first day drinking water.
Gabe says he hasn't seen a moose in person. You don't want to see a moose in person is the thing.
Okay, have you guys seen the video of the person? It must be a moose that was raised from a calf. Because he's like, this guy's sitting in the grass, and this moose has his head in this dude's lap, and he's just petting it. That moose's head is the size of this man's torso.
Yeah,
It's like,
that's the thing. Like a moose to the
huge.
shoulders, like 6 feet tall.
yeah.
They're gargantuan.
They
Well, isn't there
are.
a game where you can get, it's not Valhalla, but there's a game where you can get a moose as
In Valhalla,
mount.
you have a caribou.
you have a caribou. It's not a moose, though.
No, really?
Apparently, there's a moose walking around Cloquet last week.
Dang.
Yeah,
and
there've
then
been moose in
people.
Duluth
I've
and
argued
everything.
with people at my work, and they're like, "There's never been a moose south of Grand Rapids or something." And I'm like, "No, there has been."
Last winter, people had video of moose crossing it. Is it 21st that goes in front of Lake Superior College?
I don't know.
The main
Trinity.
road.
Trinity.
The main road that goes
that's,
that goes Arlington, or you can turn it into Lake Superior College.
Well, I call it Trinity, but it's 53.
Yeah, that's 53.
Okay, so there's video of moose on 53 last year.
Yeah, Mike said he had a moose at his place.
See, people. I think he sent me a picture of it. He got it on his trail
People
cam.
also
maybe.
say there's no mountain lions in Minnesota. My parents had one in their yard.
What you almost? Chris almost died. Rolling
Juliet
back
says,
laughing.
so Kara needs water because she started choking and Jeremy goes in for a sip.
Juliet, I thought the same thing. I was like, why are you taking my water? I'm like dying over here.
Because I'm really thirsty, and your coughing brought it to my attention. I'll drink more right now. It'd be like you walking up somebody in the desert, and you're like looking at, how you doing? And you just,
The person's like, water! And
Yeah,
Jeremy's
it is
like,
water and it's very good. Quite refreshing. Mike got it on his trail cam.
yeah, I thought so.
Dragon Age Inquisition, you get a moose look-alike.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I definitely care about me that as a Christmas present.
I did.
James says there's a moose in Lester Park a couple weeks ago. The moose all over the place.
See?
We're lousy with moose.
Yeah, so
I have a moose on my license plate.
Do you?
Yeah, okay.
On the
I want to
mini.
talk about that for one quick second. So motor tabs, right? Nobody likes buying tabs. A yearly tax on your vehicle, okay?
I freaking bought mine at the beginning of December and I still haven't got mine. The Minnesota DMV can go suck it.
Yeah. So tabs for the motorcycle are only $16, and then tabs for in Minnesota, how it works is it's 10% of the MSRP, and it goes down 1% a year. So once the vehicle hits 10 years old, it's just a flat fee at that point. So it's $35, and I think after tax is $42. Okay. And so, but like if you buy a new vehicle and it's $30,000, you have to pay $300 for tax.
And it didn't used to be that way. It always used to be just the flat fee.
Yep.
And then they're like, how can we screw over people even harder?
Right.
yeah, seriously.
And so, anyways, so one year I have a Mini Cooper, and they have these.
Brag about it.
Yeah, it's an 03.
I
It's
was gonna say in
nothing.
2003. She's old.
It's
I'm
old.
just kidding.
It
it's
is
a,
old.
It's still a cool car.
it's
so
a 6-speed,
yep,
6-speed, supercharged.
it's a
Mini
6-speed
Cooper.
supercharged.
That sucker is so
So
much
it's
fun
a
to
Cooper
drive.
S.
Yeah, it is a
S.
Cooper S.
I love driving that car. It's like you're like in first. It's like
Speaking of which,
and you shift. And it's like
If it squeals like that, you know Kara's driving.
I should take Chip for a ride. And look at how she changed from 60 to 0 in 2 seconds. A Ferrari can't slow down that quick. No, anyways, so I went in one year and I thought it'd be really cute, like design wise. Like Jeremy, I've got my
it
pulse
was a
on the internet.
surprise for me. Honestly,
I got moose plates for it. So it's a less of a license plate, and then there's a giant picture on the moose of a half of it. So you have less numbers in this really cool moose. And it was an extra $35. What I didn't realize is it's $35 extra a year.
but it goes
As
to the
long as-
National Wildlife Foundation or something.
Yes,
like
but that doesn't matter.
Think about the moose you're saving.
It probably doesn't go to moose. It goes to Ryan.
Yeah. Brian makes me so freaking angry sometimes. He had this roll of electrical tape and he's just like spooling off this electrical tape. It was like, where'd you get that tape? He's like, from work. And it's like, you're wasting my tape.
Yeah, that's our
I
tape.
paid for that tape and you're just throwing it away. And then he explained to me how this one procedure costs them $100 every time they want to requisition rubber gloves.
Jeez.
I was like, no wonder we don't have any money.
No wonder why am I paying $35 extra towards moose plates. So it stings a little bit every year. Otherwise, it'd only be $35, but they end up being $70 because I have to pay $35 to the moose.
It's tax deductible though.
Yeah, I know, but it's not above the standard, right? So it's
No, you can take it with the standard.
so like if you have the standard deductions, it's like $23,000 now.
Yeah.
Don't your deductions have to be over a certain point? The only ones that
No,
I think
that's if you do itemized. This is something in addition to your standard deduction you can just knock
it
off.
is on
Yep.
top because like student loan interest is above and beyond this 23.
Yeah, you can take student loan deduction on top of the standard too.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the same thing as that. It's
Oh,
like, yeah.
okay. I didn't know that.
Yep. It accounts to nothing. What's 11% of $60? $6?
Yeah. Woohoo!
So that's
I work hard for my money.
like it takes longer to get the paperwork for that than $6.
I know. That's how they get you.
James said, "Wow, that look when you mentioned taking shit for a ride."
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm sorry.
Juliet's asking when we're gonna come up with merch. we could buy some right now. It's just so like we know that there's a lot of you that would want some, right? And there's a lot of you that would be more than happy to give it to you.
For free.
But the problem is like we have to order like 200 freaking t-shirts at a time, and it's like $1,000. And it's like, and we'd give like 15 away, and they just have a huge pile.
I'll learn how to screen print, guys. I have seen.
There's a very specific version of screen printing that actually holds up really well. Because like you've seen those things like where, like if Jeremy like washed that shirt like 90 times, it gets all like faded and cracked and everything. But there's a version that's like super super good. Like and that's the level. So the at home stuff is the one where it's like if it gets too hot, it's just gonna melt off basically.
Oh, I'm not talking about the iron-on stuff. I've seen where you can take like nylons and you make your own like little box and you have to cut out the pattern and then you like scrape the paint over it. I've seen like
oh, that's like the 4-layered sublimation, whatever.
Yeah, I've seen you can do your own thing with that.
Interesting.
And like I've seen videos of people then layering on like the different colors and stuff. Like you take the one thing off, the one stencil off, put the new stencil on to get the different color and stuff like that.
Interesting, yeah. So that would probably be better then. But it's just like getting it to a level of quality so that people aren't
right. So
dissatisfied
we'd actually
with it,
feel good about sending it to people instead of just like garbage.
I'm still telling you, I'll just make a round of pins. I'll just do it. I'll just make a round of pins.
You can buy your own pin maker.
Like the enamel pins are where it's at.
I know, that's what I would get. It's like $1.99 per pin is what our cost is, and we put them up on the website for $4.99.
You have to get at least like 500 of them or something though.
Their minimum order is 100, so but 100 times is just $200. It'd be 100 pins for $200.
So
but
here's challenge coins.
Here's the thing: if you buy like 250, Chris, they're $1.49 a piece, and if you buy 500, they're like $1.39 or $1.19 or something a piece.
Huh.
But you got to buy in quantity.
Apparently, Berquist does screen prints the way that Kara was talking about.
Berquist?
Yeah,
the jewelry store?
No, the Berquist imports.
Oh,
Yeah.
Berquist imports.
The big
Sorry,
red,
not
the big red
Buttsfliss.
horse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they do screen printing?
Apparently, they do everything there. A friend of mine has worked there for a million years, and he actually made me a set of custom shot glasses. It was
Really?
pretty
That's cool.
We could do that too. We could do etched glasses.
Man, I just remembered how drunk I got doing shots out of those glasses one time.
Oh my goodness.
Juliet, I know you've been watching some Star Wars. I know she's going back and watching the movies. If you have any good Star Wars stories or any memories, type one out. I'd love to hear about it. What'd you think of the season ending of Mando?
Well, speaking of sending in stuff for Jeremy to take a look at, if any of you have Star Wars stories or any other type of thing you want Jeremy to have to read on the air, go ahead and send him an email at contact@riseofthepodcast.com.
Technically, Juliet did send me an email.
Yeah.
Well, no. She sent me one since then. A really nice one.
What?
Yeah.
Did you read it on the show?
I haven't since we've got it.
Here's the thing. Jeremy likes to keep things from me.
I do not.
Yeah, Jeremy, hoarder of the nice feelings.
Yeah, she just sent it to me on December 14th. It was 2 days before Chip was born. I don't know. Should I read it?
I don't know.
Juliet, should he read it?
It just says, miss watching your guys' live podcast. I have been busy with work as my job is a full-time mother. Helping my boy catch up on homework and other past due assignments. But when they're all done, they tune into Star Wars Clone Wars on Disney+.
That's awesome.
I told him about all the new shows coming up, and he said he cannot wait to watch them. I am very
Yes.
excited, too. I am watching the podcast from last Saturday, number 85. That already feels like a long time ago.
We're only on 89, so.
And she said she loves how we put up the shelves and the Christmas tree. Kara, she loves your shirts, and she would like to have watched then. And now she's going back to all the other ones she missed.
Aw.
That's awesome.
Yep, she says, love you guys and have a blessed one.
Aw. Thanks, Juliet.
So nice.
Sorry, I'm finally thanking you for this a month later.
Actually, that is the first time Kara's actually heard the email. I did tell you. I'm like, we got an email from Juliet, but we just, with having Chip, it just was a
You
hustle and
probably
bustle.
told Chris.
No,
we got an email
no.
from
I told
Juliet.
you we got an email. I talk to you a lot more than Chris.
Only because she's right next to you.
Really?
Doesn't Kara's headband look like something you could get in Cyberpunk?
Yes.
How much armor is that headband, Kara?
5 million.
Dang! I think mine's only like 139.
Hacks.
What? Okay, so in Cyberpunk yesterday, I got this stupid hot pink hat that's got these bunny ear looking things on it and a big old silver bow. I was like, well, this is my highest armor. Awesome. Great. So you
didn't even have subdermal implants, though.
Shh, it's fine.
She had nothing. She has double jump now. Oh, and Chris, I went with the gorilla arms. You went with the monowire. She went with the rocket launcher.
Of course I went with a rocket launcher, duh. Like, who doesn't want arms that can just go poof, and shoot people?
The only annoying
Because
thing
I'm super stealthy is the thing. The monowire is ridiculous. You can instantly decapitate people with it.
Oh, is that like the piano wire type? Like,
Yeah.
Okay, I gotcha. All right.
So the coolest thing about the monowire, if you just have it out and you're not attacking with it, it charges up. So you can be like sneaking around, it charges. Once it charges a certain level, you hit somebody, it's like instant kill.
Interesting.
It's super sweet.
I don't know. I'm not too stealthy. I am guns blazing.
sounds a lot like a Titan.
Yeah. I'm straight stealth. Like I said, I'm just
See,
kill
Chris
people
would be
through
a
the
hunter.
walls.
What I'm hearing from you is Titan right now.
No, Titans are boring.
They're not boring.
Hunters are
they
live and
smash.
they just,
jump in and they smash. Literally is what they do. I have gorilla arms. The gorilla arms are really fun, Chris. You need to try them out. It's worth spending the money on them.
Well, so I'm wondering how that would work if with the you do gorilla arms and then do like the berserk on top of it.
Yeah, that would be sweet.
That'd be pretty sick.
And then I did a fight with them, and they are equipped. So I don't know.
Really?
Yeah. And the same thing also when I took so much damage, my shock thing went off and knocked the person on the ground, and I got some free hits to punch him on the ground.
Because I have that same shock thing or whatever, and that was totally
Yeah.
Maybe I should go and just get some gorilla arms and beat the crap out of that stupid Caesar guy.
Yeah.
Freaking Caesar. What a cheater.
There's a one. Have you played the one I went to? Was in a warehouse, and there's barbed wire poles around the edges of the map, and if you punch them into those, they take bleed damage.
Nice.
So that was kind of cool too.
I know the barbed wire hurts you because I've jumped onto plenty of barbed wire.
In real life?
In the game. I
Got
glitched myself into some barbed wire and sat there and died because I couldn't get off of it.
That's
Oh my
frustrating.
goodness.
In my list of stupid ways that I found to kill my character. Gabe says he can't stop using the mantis blades. So the mantis blades, apparently, of all of them, are the most
best.
OP.
Yeah, that was the first thing I got, Gabe.
I
was the
told
mantis
him to
blades.
get it because it reminded me of the hunter arms that you can get in Destiny. It's got these blades on them. They're non-functional, but it's got blades on them, and that's what it reminded me of. So I told
Nice.
Jeremy to get those first.
So there are printing places in Duluth. It's just the same as ordering online or in person. There's like quantity thresholds.
You don't want to know what's really funny about that, by the way? I know for a fact that Advantage, you can give them my angle. I'll look into the camera and do it. Advantage, you bring something to have them screen printed, they send it to China, have it printed, and it gets shipped back.
What?
Bum, bum, bum.
They do it for their embroidery too.
Stupid.
Yeah, they
try
ship it
like
off.
Sheldon or something like that. Or I'm trying to think, who do we go through? There's a place in West Duluth.
There's On the Limit.
Is there like a bike shop in there? I'm gonna look real quick.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But what we're hearing is merch. I still have a package to send to Puerto Rico.
That chip has been sitting up on our fridge.
He doesn't have to eat it. He can just put it out as a display. Just, Gabe, give it to one of your friends. You can have the chip, the spicy chip. Not my son.
I wonder if dipping it in sour cream and eating it that way would
You want to try? Oh, everybody. Kara could eat the chip. She's not pregnant anymore. It is now safe for you to eat the chip.
No, you promised it to Gabe.
We'll get another one.
No.
Gabe, should Kara eat the chip?
Gabe, think very carefully about how you answer that.
What is this?
Arnold's Shirtworks Embroidery. I'm pretty sure is the one.
Arnold Shirtworks embroidery.
Arnold's Shirtworks. I'm pretty sure.
Arnold Shirtworks embroidery.
We should also have Ashley just print a couple more vinyls off on her Cricut,
Oh yeah.
like car stickers, because I know they work really, really well. She has the color. She just needs to get the
Design.
design.
What
I know it's in the Dropbox or in the Google Drive, isn't it?
Yeah, what I've been trying to do. Okay, I'll get to the comments in a second.
Okay.
What I've been trying to do is find a place like I hate snapback hats.
Yeah.
I love flex fit hats. In particular, flex fit snapback mesh.
Yes.
So it's like
I have
it's like a
many
nice
of those hats.
Like your X-Wing hat is a snapback version of it, but it has the mesh and then
Yeah.
It's just they were super comfortable. My favorite hat that I have is from Fond du Lac Tribal Community College, my alma mater. I got it for free because I was shooting an ad for them, and I saw them sitting there. It's like, hey, those are sweet hats. Can I have one? And they're like, sure. And I love it. So I want to just get a black flex fit mesh back cap with Rise the Podcast on it, and the cheapest I can get them for is like freaking $40, and I'm just not paying that much for a freaking hat.
Okay,
Yeah.
so sorry. What's the difference between a snapback and a flex back?
Snapback has like the snaps you adjust the size, and the flex fit is literally just elastic.
So the snapback is the type that girls wear because we have ponytails.
Yes.
Because you can
So
fit your
I need a
ponytail.
snapback.
So and the snapbacks are dirt cheap everywhere. So, but like if you want to get a flex fit one, it's outrageous. Man, there's like 6,000 comments coming
I know,
in.
I see them
I
coming
need to
in.
pee, guys. It'd make it really hard for me to sneak out.
Go back, get caught up on all the comments. Start at the top.
All right. David says there's a place just down the road from the base that does printing.
That's Advantage.
Okay.
Yep.
I think patches are sent to China. They have screen printing here. Juliet says you can do it, Kara.
The chip.
Duluth Screen Printing Company on South Lake Ave. We have done, so when I say we, I work for a TV station where I'd make ads. And we've dealt with like every single printing place ever to do. I'm wearing one of the shirts right now. This is an embroidered shirt, but we do
Yep.
screen printed shirts too. The heat transfer stuff is the only stuff that I don't think we should use. I want people to
Right.
actually be able to just throw it in with the regular laundry and have it not ruined.
Agreed.
Yeah, Flex Fit Mesh 100%. Those are the absolute best hats.
Who
You're right,
wrote
Brad.
that?
Brad did.
Oh, Brad. Got it.
Curious to see Kara's reaction to.
The chip.
Oh, yep.
That's not happening.
47 brand makes the best. Yeah, so I've seen a whole bunch of different things, and that's one that has come up as 47 brand. It makes the Flex Fit Mesh caps.
Okay, so as far as chip goes, if we get 1,000 subs, I will do it.
There you go.
1,000. 1,000.
1 hour, 7 minutes into podcast 89. Remember that.
So, I mean, we're only at 300 and what?
Yeah, so James, challenge code. I'm telling you, when we can ever go back to doing conventions and stuff like that, Rise of the Podcast challenge coin would be so freaking sick.
That's true. The same place that makes the pins I want to get makes challenge coins.
So
They're more than the pins, though.
Oh yeah, the challenge coins are ridiculous. They're like $4 a piece.
Yeah, $4 or $5 a piece.
my goodness.
They're
But
expensive.
like, I think that it's so much better than like a business card or something because like,
Right.
they look really cool. It's just like heavy, just cool looking.
It's not something you're just easily going to chuck away.
Yeah. And so it's like you have an interaction with somebody. It's like, oh, blah, 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 and it's like it's kind of cool. And then they handed this cool challenge coin. I'm like, I'm at least gonna go and check out something that they do.
Right.
There's a lot of comments.
So what a challenge coin? Jeremy, why don't you explain what a challenge coin is for about 1 minute and 10 seconds?
All right, you could have gave me my angle, but no.
Hold on.
Ha! I made him come back so he could do it. All right, everybody. Back in the day in World War II. No, I'm just kidding. Here's what a challenge coin
Lord.
is. It's a military tradition. A lot of people, if you do something commendable, they will give you a challenge coin. The history of the challenge coin
How
is
many do you have, Jeremy?
I have probably 15 challenge coins. And realistically, I should probably have one on me right now, and I don't.
You got
But
coined by
you know, this isn't brag time.
I
Just
wanna
put it
brag on
away.
you.
Put it away.
what is it? Was it a 4-star?
A 4-star.
Oh, we got coined by a 4-star general.
I have. Yep. That's my favorite one. And my second favorite one is I got coined by the IG. But
The inspector general.
the 4-star is pretty cool. I got a lot of chief coins. I got a 1-star coin. Now it's turning into brag
Sorry.
time. I didn't want it to turn into brag
Here's
time.
the thing. I'm bragging on you. You're my husband. I can brag on my husband.
Yeah, but then I bragged on me. You bragging on me made me brag on me, and nobody wants that. Everybody's here to learn about challenge coins.
Okay, now continue. I'm sorry. I'm
and they
just
had to
proud
wait
of
through
you.
all of that.
Can't a
So
wife
when
be proud of her
you
husband?
go out to the bar, you can take your challenge coin out and you tap it on the bar. And everybody in that bar, you can basically do it like at a VFW or any bar on base for sure, takes their coin out and they tap. Whoever doesn't tap their coin has to buy a round of drinks for everyone in the bar.
Ouch.
If everyone has a coin, the person who tapped their coin to begin with has to buy a round for everyone at the bar.
Dangerous.
So you definitely don't want to not have one on you, but you don't want to really initiate one either because then you could be paying for a round of drinks.
Right.
So that is the history of the challenge coin.
And what a robust history it was.
Nah, Chris. You at least know about him, right?
Yeah. You
Yeah,
told me
okay.
about it.
Yeah. Of course I would.
Do you feel better?
I was going to go before the podcast, but there's so much stuff going on.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here.
I know. I saw some comments come in when you whilst you were away.
James says he's got a Thunderbird coin, and then we got a restream notification saying we got 100 messages in chat.
Woohoo!
Nice.
So,
I love 100 messages in chat. All right, Chris, let's take up some Star Wars leaks.
oh my goodness, Star Wars leaks.
Hey, I started listening, everybody, to the High Republic book.
Yeah?
It's out now. Okay, it just came out like
Is it
January
good?
16th. I like it so far.
I need to finish reading Alphabet.
It's fun because there's no Sith. The Sith are not the enemies. It's a peaceful time 1,000 years ago in the Republic
So what's the book about?
about the new enemy, the old enemy that got eliminated, I guess.
Okay, well you said it's a time of peace and there's no enemy, so I was
Well,
confused.
no Sith. It's always peaceful when there's no Sith.
Gwen asked if I opened the package that you picked up today. Yes, I opened it up.
He
I
laughed.
could not believe.
He called you something funny.
I
me.
think I said devious.
Yeah, devious. That's what it was.
So, many years ago, for like Christmas or something, Gwen had gotten me a T-shirt that said "World's Okayest Brother" on it because I'm her brother and her only one. And I wore it forever, but then as time goes on and horizons and wastelands expand, and so I outgrew the shirt, and so she got literally the exact same shirt, same color, same font, everything, the exact same T-shirt, but just in the size that I am now. And I was like, very good.
That's
Very
funny.
good.
So you are still Chris, the world's okayest brother.
Yeah, take that, Jeremy.
Ha!
But so, whoops.
I'm just the world's okayest dad.
Let's run that again. Okay,
You're
so
the world's best dad.
r/Star Wars leaks. I'll get back to chat in just a second. Let's pull this.
Because we are a Star Wars podcast, we like to talk about Star Wars related things. And because Mandalorian is over and there's nothing really too crazy Star Wars, we're going to see what is out there on the internet for rumors and things.
Okay, so I know
to
one
see.
rumor.
Lay it on us.
Robert Downey Jr. joining Star
No,
Wars.
I know.
I am
Gabe,
not okay with that.
Latin Operation Forces have been posting about this. I do not want Robert Downey Jr.
I don't
Benedict
either.
Why?
Cumberbatch for Thrawn? It's not the right character. I can only
it's
picture
not.
Iron Man.
Yes, exactly. I can like
Iron
this
Man
kinda
is a loose.
snarky-
He's smart, but he's a loose cannon, and he's
Right.
very, very arrogant about being right. Thrawn is very, very not arrogant, but right all the time. I don't know. He's literally opposite of Iron
You
Man.
realize that Tony Stark's a character and that
Well, I
Robert
know,
Downey
but,
Jr.
like,
I
is an
know,
actor.
but he's
Every-
typecast in my brain.
He is. I feel like every
His
single
version
time
of
I-
Sherlock explains it perfectly. Benedict Cumberbatch Sherlock, way better. Robert Downey Jr., more action packed.
I like them both actually. And so here's the thing, because like the especially like the slow mo fight scene things or whatever. There's stuff like that in the books, whereas like he talks about how he uses like his cunning to calculate the way that his opponent is going to do stuff and be able to then like bare knuckle box and kick people's butts. So they just have different aspects of each one.
I just don't want it to be Robert Downey Jr. I'll be bummed if it is.
No, it should, in my opinion, it should be either Benedict Cumberbatch, was it Lars Mikkelsen,
Lars Mikkelsen.
or like if they get Mark Thompson, because I love the way Mark Thompson portrayed Thrawn in the
books. This narrated by Mark Thompson.
Huh?
The new High Republic is narrated
really?
by Mark Thompson.
Yes, I love him.
Why can't we just have a no-name actor?
I'm
See,
okay with that too.
That's what it should be.
I'm okay
I
with
mean,
that.
That's what Star Wars is kind of known for, taking no names and making them into big names. You know? Just saying. Daisy Ridley,
John Boyega.
John Boyega, Oscar
Mark
Isaac,
Hamill.
Yeah, right?
Harrison Ford. Was he really at anybody before Star Wars?
He was
Fast
in
Times
American
at-
Graffiti.
American Graffiti.
Okay,
He
well,
was Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Get out of here.
what about Carrie Fisher? Did she do much before Star
Well,
Wars?
she's Carrie Fisher. She's Debbie
Fisher.
Fisher. Debbie Reynolds' daughter.
But
Yeah.
acting wise, had she really done
Well, she
much?
applied for Carrie, the Killer Car movie, and Star Wars, and she got Star Wars over Carrie.
I think that worked out.
And then who? Sorry, Kylo Ren's character. I'm blanking.
Adam Driver.
Adam Driver.
I
he
love
wasn't
Kylo
really
Ren
in.
now.
Minnie
I used to
Driver's
hate-
husband.
I used to hate Kylo Ren. I love Kylo Ren now. Adam Driver's awesome.
Yeah. he's
So,
cool.
Loki creator Michael Waldron is tapped to write Kevin Feige's Star Wars movie as part of a new overall deal with Disney.
Well, we'll see how the show Loki does then before I make up my mind on how I feel about that.
Let's see. I'm cherry picking stuff that we'll actually be able to talk about.
If you
There's
know-
a discussion for Light of the Jedi.
Yeah, that's what I'm listening to.
High Republic Young Reader book number 2 releases July 27th. A lot of book stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure that's
Lots
all.
of book and comic stuff.
Yeah, there's
That's
three.
probably the
There's
only thing
three
right now.
High Republic books coming out this year. Right? Is that what that graphic says, Chris?
These are the phases. It's Light of the Jedi, Quest of the Jedi, Trials of the Jedi are the 3 phases of the High Republic.
Are they all coming out this year?
I don't think so. Okay, this is going to be the thing that you're looking for. Open a new tab. Oh, crap. That feeling when you go to click on the tab and you hit the 1% of the tab that is the X button.
Oh, that's the worst.
Oh, that guy's... Okay. Into the Dark. So there's the High Republic. Into the Dark. There's a lot of art here. Mm-hmm. The Monster of... Okay. I don't know what this is. This is not Out of the Shadows.
For the record, I was hoping Gibby would be here this week.
He said on our last podcast, sorry I wasn't able to join. So
He was confused because he watched that one, but because you repost him, he thought he missed it.
Oh,
But
okay.
he just missed the repost.
Yeah, so
He
yeah,
didn't miss the repost. He just thought he missed a live one.
Yeah, it's goofy. Sorry.
I wasn't here for that one.
No,
when he-
no, you were not. That's why.
Yeah,
Gibby-
we got like all these new subs and everything. We're saying it's
Yeah.
like Carrie just needs to not be here every week.
Seriously, guys, do I just need to leave the podcast? Like,
All right, so I'm gonna catch up with chat for a second because there's a lot of stuff that
I'm sure people are talking about everything.
people, you're funny.
what?
All right, well I'll get. I just caught one as I was scrolling
Oh.
up. Juliet says we're watching Star Wars Freemaker Adventures.
Yes! We watched
Rowan
that.
Freemaker.
And
Yay, Rowan.
and she said my kid wanted me to tell you guys he gets excited when Chris reads out the live chat.
Yay.
So I saw that and I wanted to read it, but you guys were in the middle of something, and then I had to go. So I was like, sorry that I got to it late, but Freemaker Adventure is awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, so Juliet's boy, Rowan Freemaker, he's so cool, right? If you guys don't know, he gets what's called a Kyber saber, and
Don't
it's a
ruin it for
lightsaber
Juliet and her kid.
made out of Kyber, because this is the premise of the first episode.
Oh, I suppose it is in the very first episode, isn't it?
Yeah, he's looking for all the Kyber crystals, and when you put them together, it makes a Kyber saber, and when you swing it, a blast of energy comes out from it.
Oh, that's cool.
It's so cool. And who do you think wants it?
Palpatine.
Yes.
Boom.
You nailed it.
James said Chris just did the Star Wars leak. He was gone for one day. David said I'm running out of books to listen to at work, so I'll be asking for a list of Star Wars books soon.
There's
Ooh,
so many.
there's so many.
And they're all
Lost
on.
Stars, Bloodlines.
Juliet agrees with you guys about Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
being Iron Man and whatever. Harrison Ford is a carpenter on set, and they need an additional person to read lines. That is correct, Cameron. So he was working as a carpenter.
See, just
Cameron
no
new?
names.
Cameron Nicholas.
He's got to be new. Hi, Cameron. Are you new here?
So
I like to do shout outs to new people.
A longtime lurker.
Long time lurker or
So-
first time lurker.
Yeah, I was so Harrison Ford. He told the story on, I believe it was like Vanity Fair does like the
Oh, yeah,
actors
yeah.
do their most famous roles or whatever. And I watched it. And he told the story about how he had just finished doing a summer theater thing or whatever in Ohio or something mid US, and he knew to get work is either go east to New York or go west to LA. So he and his
Good
wife
choice.
flipped a coin. And
Flipped a coin.
and it came up in east, and he's like, I was sick of shoveling snow, and he's like, let's do best 2 out of 3. And then it came up west, and they went to LA.
That's hilarious.
Well, they say if you really want something, flip a coin. And if you feel at the moment the coin is about to flip that you want it to land a certain way, that's what you want.
Yeah.
So regardless of the coin flip.
Yeah, it's how you get your lizard brain to
Yeah.
activate.
Yep.
And then, like, he had a couple of small roles in American Graffiti, and then he's working as a carpenter. And George Lucas did not want anyone from American Graffiti in Star Wars. But then Harrison Ford kicked so much butt reading opposite of people that he gave him the role.
Yep.
And then he didn't want Harrison Ford for Indiana Jones, but then Burt Reynolds couldn't do it, so then he got Harrison Ford.
Can you imagine Burt Reynolds being Indiana Jones?
I saw the screen test. He's good.
Really?
He's pretty good. A little bit different attitude, but like it still would have been a good movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Burt Reynolds was the freaking man in the 80s. Holy smokes.
He was. He absolutely was. I totally agree. It would have
Tom
been
Selleck,
fine.
I'm sorry. It's Tom Selleck, not Burt Reynolds. Burt Reynolds still was the man. Tom Selleck, still also the man.
Okay, I can see Tom Selleck a bit more than
Yeah,
Burt Reynolds.
it was Tom Selleck, and he got his Magnum PI. Man, my brain.
It's all
anyway.
good. It's all good.
But yeah,
I
so it's
mean,
Tom Selleck. I caught myself, chat. Not that anybody was replying, but
Harrison Ford, though.
Cameron says long time lurker. Well, welcome
Welcome.
to the other side.
We will say hi and
Yeah.
talk. Let us know.
Yeah, if you have anything that you want to fight Jeremy about, I'll take
Yeah.
your side.
And I will listen to both sides and decide whose side I want to be on.
Favorite Star Wars movie? Let us know. Type in chat.
Juliet said, he just said, yes, he is awesome.
Yay.
Freemaker, yeah. Hey, it's Gibby the Great.
Gibby!
Hi.
Yay! Hi,
Hey,
Gibby.
Here's Kara.
We told you she would be here.
Yep. Sorry, got a kiddo now, so it makes things a little difficult.
We were just asking about you a little bit ago. I was like, man, I was really hoping Gibby would be here tonight.
Yeah, so for clarity's sake, we go live on Saturday nights because we record the podcast early anyway, and we just wanted to try going live, and we started in July and been doing it since, and it's a really good time. But then we do like a polished, nice version of it.
We just re-release it on
Monday
Mondays.
mornings, and that's the version where like we clean up the audio and everything, and then that version also gets posted as the audio podcast,
Which is
to all
available
the various.
on any place you can stream, even Amazon.
Yep. Yep.
iTunes.
Amazon, iTunes, Spotify, whatever Google /
Play.
YouTube is doing now. They change every 10 minutes.
Yeah, they do. But Gibby, I want to do a huge shout out because I get home last week and I was talking to Kara and I kept getting all these emails and it was like, new subscriber, new subscriber, new subscriber, new comment. And I kept looking and it was like, came here because of Gibby, came here because of Gibby. I don't know how many people you know, but
Well, apparently more than us.
apparently more than us, yeah.
Gibby, here's the thing. So, how many episodes ago? Maybe 10 episodes ago, Jeremy ate the hot chip.
Yeah.
That was for a 300
That
subscriber
was
push.
for 300 subscribers. I hate hot stuff, so I told them if we get 1,000 subs, I will eat the chip as well.
Yeah, it's the Pocky
So-
one chip challenge. You should grab the box real quick, Jeremy.
If you
Should I?
have
It's out in the-
more friends that want to subscribe to us,
And like people like, actually, let's take a second. Like people that you know, and this is for everybody that's watching. If you have friends that like Star Wars and they like
Yeah.
podcasts or something like that, or just like hanging out and stuff in general, it's like I feel like we do a pretty good job of entertaining people.
my
Oh, here,
camera.
yeah.
There you go. So I will do that if we get 1,000 subs
Yep,
to
maybe.
everyone listening. Do I want
Inside
to?
one extremely hot
No.
tortilla chip.
Will I die? Probably.
And the reason she couldn't try it, she was pregnant. It says no pregnant people.
Pregnant people
Now
need not
she's
apply.
not. She can eat it.
I don't want to, but 1,000 subs. So we'll see if we get 1,000.
With our luck, you'll be pregnant with Chip's younger
I
brother
know,
by the
I
time we get to
know,
1,000
right?
subs.
Here's the thing. Here's what's gonna happen. It's just gonna be. Wait, does it say anything about breastfeeding on there?
I don't know.
Oh, can you imagine having spicy milk?
Poor Chip.
Cam says favorite Star Wars movies: Return of the Jedi.
Yes.
But I'd love
Yes.
to see the Wraith Squadron books made into a series.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
We'll see how they start with Rogue Squadron.
Yeah.
No, Carrie, you're good. It just says don't touch your children after handling this.
For real?
Yes,
Yes.
good decision, Gibby. He's gonna make a friend of his watch A New Hope and get him into Star Wars. That's the best thing you could ever
Yay.
do.
Solid.
he's doing
And that's the right movie to start
I was
with.
going to say he's doing Release Order, my favorite.
Whenever a patient asks me what order they should watch Star Wars in, I always tell them release.
It's the best.
It
It is the
is.
best. So Cameron, Return of the Jedi. I loved Return of the Jedi as a kid. I've watched that movie hundreds of times. Do you know you can see the plexiglass reflection of Harrison Ford running away from the station on the moon as it blows up? You can just see just a faint reflection as it goes by. It's really cool. It's where they like, you know, he ran past and it's where he won't get hit with the...
Speaking of another Harrison Ford thing in Indiana Jones, when he falls into the well of the souls where all the snakes are, when his face is the cobra, you can see a reflection of the glass in between him and the cobra.
Oh, nice.
Really?
And C-3PO and R2-D2 are detail elements on one of the pillars in there.
Yes, they are. Yes,
Wait, which Indiana Jones is that? The
Raiders of the Lost Ark, the first
Right,
one.
okay.
Yeah, the one where he does the staff and then the light beam.
Yeah.
They're on one of the pillars.
It's
R2.
been, we need to watch this again. It's been
And
a
Star
long
Trek,
time.
the very first remake that Ryan Johnson or
JJ.
JJ did. R2 is seen tumbling in space.
Yeah, as part of debris or whatever.
Yeah, as part of debris. So that's pretty cool.
Poor R2.
Man. So, all right, this is a really good podcast. We have
If we don't say so ourselves.
we have Gabe here tonight, Juliet here. We have now some new people. Gibby came
Brad's
back,
here.
Juliet, Brad, the most important #1 fan. We have Gabe the Ewok. Brad, pick an item, or if you don't see something, tell us, and we'll add.
$100 bill.
Brad, did you just make Brad C-3PO? Kara may have just made that Brad 3PO.
Only if Brad wants to be dancing C-3PO. It's completely up to you, dude.
Let us know.
Juliet says if you're breastfeeding it, we'll give the baby gas.
Do you want Chip to have gas?
He's already got
so
some serious
stinking
gas.
funny today. Jeremy's holding Chip.
Oh, man.
We're sitting on the couch and we're watching a TV show. And Jeremy's got his hand on little Chip's butt supporting him, you know. And all of a sudden, Chip just blasts a big ol' fart right into Jeremy's hand. Jeremy jumped. And he was like, whoa! And I thought, I wasn't watching. I saw the peripherals, Jeremy jumping and freaking out. I thought Chip was like falling or doing something horrible. But no, he was just blasting farts into Jeremy's hand.
So it hit my hand so hard, I phantom thought I felt poop. Like, it was like a phantom thought. Like, he pooped all over me. So it was like a, whoa, like if something glass tips over, that was the reaction I had.
Yeah.
And then Kara looked at me and she's like, don't do that. And I'm like, what? He surprised me.
I thought he had dropped Chip or something horrible was happening.
Oh, so Gibby just celebrated his 16th birthday.
Awesome. Happy birthday.
Welcome to the driving age.
Heck yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. That was pretty cool. I guess I had to take my license test twice.
Oh.
I took my permit test twice. When I do tests, I don't necessarily fully read questions. I kind of get the gist of it and then answer what I think it is, even if it says like, what is it not?
Yeah. Yep.
And so then you get to the point where you can't go back and review. It just automatically like, oh nope, you've answered X amount wrong, so screw you.
Yep. You lose.
Yep. So, but it only took my test once. Permit test twice, driving test once.
I got screwed over on my driver's test.
I don't mean to toot my own horn here, but I did pass the day I turned 16, the first time.
Yep.
But my mom also used to let me drive at 15, so
You can drive at 15 if you have a permit.
Yeah.
without her.
Criminal. Go to jail.
Oh my good. Of course your mom would. Chip will not.
Yeah, she wants you to go to Dairy Queen for her.
Just run errands, yeah.
But that was the #1 thing that like was the most annoying. Like as soon as you get your driver's license, you were going everywhere.
Your
for
parents made you run
parents.
all your errands.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
They let me do it early. That's
Yeah, Gibby says I'm still a youngling. At least you got out of the
okay.
temple.
yeah, you would have been alive if you lived in Star Wars. Oh, that's so funny.
No, so like when I was taking my test, there's the 90-degree back. So it's like you pull forward and
Yeah.
then 90-degree back or whatever. The cones had been moved, and there's 0% chance like a normal car wouldn't fit in there. And I'm driving this freaking Buick Park Avenue.
That's a big car.
Yeah.
It's longer than a Suburban.
Yeah.
We had a Suburban and it's like a foot longer than a Suburban.
Oh
and it's
my goodness.
super wide.
It's
Right?
like a boat, though. It's like you're driving a boat.
It's massive. And like, so I was able to parallel park it and everything because that wasn't messed up. But the 90-degree back, the cones like were inside like So as you're looking at a car, you have your tires, right? Your wheelbase.
Yep.
They were inside of the tires.
Jeez.
So I literally went and knocked every cone down.
That guy's probably just like, you fail.
Well, yeah,
done.
Well, I'm
and that was
surprised
the,
they didn't realize that your car was
I
never
asked
gonna
him, it's like,
fit.
can we adjust the cones? Because my car will not fit there. He's like, that's the parameters of the test. I was like, what a dick. And then so I went back a month later to retake it. Like, you have to wait so long or whatever.
Yeah.
So I scheduled another test or whatever. And the guy's like, oh, so it looks like you failed on your 90-degree back. And I told him the story. And he's like, who's your guy? Was it so-and-so? I was like, yeah. And he's like, oh, that guy sucks.
I love
And so all I had to do was the 90-degree back. And then I took 2 minutes to pass the test the second time.
for my parallel park. That's the one I was nervous for. Was the parallel park. The parallel park. The cones were so wide they were half a city block, and there was no cars parked in
Yeah.
between
Did
them.
you go like in Denfeld area,
Yeah,
right?
yep, it was
yeah. So
Denfeld.
yeah, there's like the park right there, and there's just like miles of
Yeah,
open.
yeah. I didn't even
Okay,
have to
when
do
I
didn't even have to do
parallel-
the reverse in. I could pull in, and I was like pulling in. I was like getting really nice and close to the curb. Everything, it was totally fine. And then I looked at him and I like put it in park, and he's like, Yep, you're good. You know how to parallel park. Like, no, I don't.
Okay, they must have fixed it because when I did parallel park, it was legit parallel park. The only points I got marked off, I forgot to put the car in park.
Oh,
You did a parallel stop.
You did a parallel stop, yeah.
The only points I had marked off my driving test.
I want to say like Pat's kids just took the test not that long ago, and they did their 90-degree back in. And according to Pat, they have the flags sticking out of the cones. The wind blew, and then the cone shifted, or the flag shifted and hit the car, and he failed her.
Dumb.
Yeah.
Probably that same bald
It's
MFer.
probably that same guy, Chris. He's like, "Yep, cone hit you. That means you were too close."
I'd be
And
like,
it's like,
no. It's like the pedestrian walking into my car, jaywalking and walking into my car.
Yeah.
well, you get parking tickets.
Okay.
Kara.
See,
So, okay, here's the
You
thing.
know those cost money, right?
I know she doesn't know that.
Okay, here's the thing. My job, it is literally next to two major hospitals in Duluth. And both major hospitals are having construction done.
So all the hospital staff is parking in her
Yep.
parking area.
And so if I want to park anywhere near my building, I am like 4 blocks away from my job.
So one of them
You
was
could
really
just take an
annoying.
Uber to work.
One of them was really annoying. One of them was for parking within 20 feet of a crosswalk, and she was like 16 feet away.
Yeah.
So she was 4 feet too close.
I was so mad. So mad.
And then one of them, the guy tried to write you up, but like didn't write you up for that. Said she was too far away from the curb. But it was a day that they had snowed. So the plow had pushed all the snow up against that side. And so she was parked up against the snow as far as she could be. But it was actually for you were parked you were too close to a fire hydrant, which was
No.
also buried in the snow.
I stay so far away from fire hydrants. I don't touch
So what
those.
was this first one for?
The first one, they said it was my tires weren't facing the right way. There was a warning for that on a
Like,
hill.
it's
Yeah,
up and away.
it said tires against curb or something like that.
Yeah.
And then that was also the one that was too
Far away?
close to the crosswalk.
You've gotten two.
And then the other one was the other crosswalk. So my work where I work, it's dumb. There's like a crosswalk, and then 20 feet away, another crosswalk. It's like, okay, that's stupid. And so I parked. I wasn't in the crosswalk area, but they were like, nope, you're too close to the crosswalk. Sorry. So they ticketed me for that.
You know, this is all a tangent from Gibby talking about being old
Yeah.
enough to drive. That is
Also,
a huge
we got a bunch
tangent.
of comments about people's driver's tests and stuff. James
Ooh, read a couple of them.
scored perfect on his written test, and then he got screwed twice by the tester for the driving test. Same guy scored 97 the third time.
Man.
David says, I was in park already for the 90-degree park, and it was a windy day. The flag blew over the car, and the guy failed me because of it.
Was that David?
So I guess,
That was David then.
or the same story. Same guy, same tyrant ruling
Still
the
doing
roadways
it.
of Duluth.
Jeez.
David said I could parallel park my huge trailer in that spot.
I know. I'm serious. That was the one thing I was shocked about. I was like,
Yeah, so Juliet said I would have gotten 100, but I got 7 points taken because on the U-turn, I didn't know I should have stayed in the left lane, and I changed it to the right when I made the U-turn. Yeah, you turn into the first available lane.
Yeah.
geez, Chris, you sound like your driving instructor.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I get so mad at the way people freaking drive like
I
that.
know.
Like when if you take a left, you turn into the
Yeah.
first available lane, which is
Yep.
the left lane, and then signally go into the right.
Yep.
Because people coming down the other side are going to turn to the right lane. So when you guys are crossing like that, going to cause those problems.
So there's one intersection in Duluth that is notorious where you have to pull into the far lane when you take your left. I see it every day, and you don't really have a choice. It's where Arrowhead runs into Woodland. Mm-hmm. And you immediately have the right
Oh,
for Snively. So
'Cause-
everyone just takes a left. But people wait because they know when they're coming this way. They do wait, but you have to pull into the far lane if you're taking Snively.
Because immediately.
But even though you should
immediate
technically,
turn
you
is
should
Snively.
turn into the nearest lane and then switch over quick.
Yeah.
But everybody just turns into the far lane. But that's the only place that's acceptable. That one
I agree.
intersection. Nowhere else.
James says parking guys are just looking for money for the city. Yeah, that's
I know.
all.
Seriously, it's always at the end of the freaking month too. It's like
Yeah, it's freaking ridiculous.
space it out, people. Don't
Look,
get all your money at the end of the month.
ticket you more?
What?
Ticket you
No.
more then during the middle
No.
of the month?
No, ticket other people.
Juliet says, "Well, I didn't know that." It's like, so here's a nickel's worth of free driving advice for people. it's illegal to change lanes within 50 feet of an intersection.
Yep.
All of you guys that are like in the middle of an intersection and change lanes, you're going to cause an accident. The reason being that when people have access to taking rights on red or whatever, like if a lane is clear, the opposite lane can have traffic in it as long as you can turn into it. When you switch, you're going to smash into somebody who's trying to take a right.
So, Chris, I just ran into this the other day, and it still gets messed up. And I would like to know what people think, and it'll probably have to end up pretty soon. But when you're on a divided highway and you're going to pull and you're coming from the crossway, so we'll say like Taco John's taking a left onto Highway 33.
Yeah, like the J-turn type style, yeah.
If you're coming from 33 to take a left, there's two types of ways people do it. People go far and then go to take their left. So that way both cars...
Which is the correct way.
So you have to go far? Is that the correct way?
Yeah, because
otherwise some people go
so
near.
Imagine somebody painted lines in the middle of that to make more road. We drive on the right-hand side of the road.
So you're going the far. That's simple enough. So you go to the far.
That's how it needs to be treated, because then you can look to your right and see your oncoming traffic, and they can look to their right and see their oncoming traffic.
The only frustrating thing, though, is some people pull forward too far, so then when you're coming from the opposite way, there's too far, and they mess it up for you because you can't do it.
They block you out of being able to do it.
They block you out of being able to do it.
People are... Everybody that drives...
But then you can come from Taco John's, and then what do you do? Do you go in the middle? Or do you just only negotiate your turn? Because you know how you can drive to the middle and then go after.
Yeah, well, so it's determined on which if you're turning into what would be South 33, you have to be on the right hand side, because the people are going to be coming the opposite direction. So you always need to just imagine that in the middle of the thing there's a painted line like on a highway.
Yep.
Which side of the thing would you be in to be in the correct lane to drive on a divided highway?
Crazy.
Those
are the worst. That's where I can see people getting confused.
Yeah. So, but it's every time I have said for years that you should have to retake your driver's test every year.
Oh, that would be brutal. Every 4 years when you renew your license.
No, you should have to retake your driver's test every year. And if you don't get 100%, you don't get to retake your test for a decade.
Oh, jeez.
And if you get caught driving without a license, they will send you to Australia with all the rest of the criminals. I have such a low tolerance for people that drive like morons.
It's frustrating.
I agree.
It's frustrating.
It really is frustrating.
Finish up with some comments. If you have any last second things that you want to make us say.
Yeah, you aren't supposed to stop in the middle of those, by the way. That's for just passing through. So you're actually supposed to stop in your lane of traffic and then use it to pull through.
Yeah, I always will go out and then I'll stop. And then I'll go.
I know that it's not popular to take your driver's test every year, but that's the only way to weed out the bad drivers. You might get a lenient guy every now and then. But
all right, Chris, I'll be your Achilles heel. You pass a law that says everybody has to take it every year, but then I'll be the driving instructor. You're like, oh, you're drifting during your test. You're good.
Hit 90 on that corner. Nice.
Yes.
And Juliet said I did learn a lot after she took a course from Allstate. See, insurance companies know where it's at.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess it's about time.
Any other cool comments coming in? People making their last-ditch requests? Gibby, I'm glad you tuned in. I hope to see you next Saturday. Glad you're here. And Cameron, longtime lurker.
Yep.
James said we had ticket workers in the county a lot for vehicle issues, loose license plates.
Loose license plates?
Yeah, it's improper vehicular maintenance. If you're if you have like a cracked mirror or something, they can cite you for improper vehicular maintenance.
We live in Minnesota. Our cars are rust buckets.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, it's They can get you for literally anything is the thing. So
I know.
And there's some people that need to get got.
True.
Anyway, on that controversial end, if you made it this far into the video, you have made it to the end of the video.
lots of comments
Congratulations. Go ahead and give this a like because you want to see more content like this in the future. Comment down below with how you feel about the rules of driving. Am I right? Should we have to take our test every year to exclude all the horrible drivers? Subscribe if you're not already.
Brad C3PO.
Ring the notification bell if you want to be notified every time we upload a new video or go live so you can participate. Thank you guys so much for watching, and of course,
May the force be with you.